let's talk about my my online funeral.
Your online funeral.
My constant online funerals that happen every month.
Ah.
Because I'm sure everyone wants to chime in on this.
The drawbacks of an online persona.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so, I mean, in terms of online funeral, how bad is... I guess you can scale it, right? I mean, you can put things into perspective and scale them in terms of the severity of the funeral.
Like today, it was so funny. By the way, this is it's Sunday, so just to give you guys some background on the time and everything. I had breakfast, lunch with Nico and Erwan, and I walked in their house. And then they both rushed over to me and they're patting me on the back. They're like, "It's okay, like you're gonna be okay, like life goes on, and like let us know what we can do for you." And it was like so over dramatic, and it was hilarious. And then like we're all laughing and everything because it's satire about just how social media reacts to every event that happens in your life.
Yeah, that's the problem, I guess. The problem is not really what's happening in reality. It's more what is created on the internet,
Exactly. So yeah, you guys, what I mean by this online funeral that I experience at least once a month, it's like whenever something happens in regards to someone that I may be connected with online. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's a good way to say
everyone always is just like, "Will, I'm so sorry about this. Will, like, I hope you're gonna be okay. I'm depressed. I'm sad for you." All this stuff.
Yeah. I mean, they mean well, which is a good thing,
For sure.
I guess.
They're being genuine.
Yeah.
But
it will burrow its way into your brain, right?
I'm just living my normal life and like living my best life, doing my thing.
Yeah.
When you're getting hundreds, even thousands of messages and comments about like you being sad and they hope you're okay and stuff like that, energy is a contagious thing.
Oh yeah.
So now I start to feel like I've been okay, but now that I see all these messages of everyone sad,
you start questioning yourself. It's subconscious. It's like hypnosis. It slowly gets into you, man.
Dude, yeah.
I mean, from the first days of when we started vlogging, we had to like deal with that with comments, right? And then it slowly trickles and grows, and but you just have to have a tougher skin in this industry and figure out ways to kind of get away from it. It is hard. I know as well.
It's the worst when like the people who know you don't do it because they know who you are and they know your situation. They know how you're doing. So they know there's no reason to like worry about you or anything because everyone knows like sometimes how people react on social media is like, it's a bit much, it's dramatic.
Well, actually, but I mean, it's also a little bit different because it's not necessarily hate. So it's easy to combat hate because you go, "Oh, that's just negative. I'll blur it out of my life." It's a weirder kind of effect on you.
It's people who care about you, so that's why it gets to you. Because it's like, oh shoot, these are my supporters. Yeah. So now I care about what they're saying rather than just trolls. Trolls, it's easy, delete, block, whatever. You just don't see that stuff.
And it's good that they care for you, and it's good. It's just that. This is one thing that hasn't been studied much, and I'm sure in 20 years time or in 10 years time they're going to look back in these days and see all these influencers or all these people that are semi-celebrities on the internet and see that, oh my God, there was a significant psychological toll on people that are doing these kind of careers that you can't kind of fathom or understand or articulate right now. But it definitely is something you have to sit down and work on, I guess.
For instance, the worst is though when people do it. Like,
oh yeah.
Like I'm just editing, working, doing my thing.
Hey man, just wanted to say.
Yeah,
I'm there for you.
Shavina walks up to me. She goes, "Sir, are you okay?" And I was just like, "Yeah." Like, what's up? She was like, "Oh, I don't know. Just checking in." Kasi, you know, and I was like, what? You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
what?
yeah,
And she was
yeah.
just like, well, I saw some stuff online. And then I was just like, okay, just.
It's also a
I was
subconscious.
just like, stop.
It's a subconscious thing, because it's like when they're saying this thing to you, you go, should I? Wait, should you start questioning yourself? You're like, should I be worried? Like, should I be like this?
Yeah. No, but it's the whole like, I'm just like, yeah, I'm fine. And she's like,
Yeah.
okay, are you sure? And it's
Yeah.
like, yes, I'm fine. But the more you keep asking me, like maybe I won't be fine if you keep.
Yeah,
And then yeah, it's funny.
yeah.
And then Jacko, and then just people that say,
Jacko.
hey dude, just checking up. And I'm just like, yeah.
Motherfucker.
But yeah, what I mean about, you know, when I was in my terminology of calling it the online funeral is that every time something like really small happens, which isn't in my life and someone else's life, it's always just like, it makes everyone so sad for me.
Yeah.
Where it's just like boo-hoo, and it's just like, dude, I'm not aware. I'm just, you know, doing my thing and everything's okay. And you know what, actually, now we're going to talk about the benefits of this, the online funeral, is that it does attract a lot of people to tune in to what's going on in my life, because people are genuinely curious how I'm doing, what I'm doing,
Yeah.
if I'm reacting, or
I mean, the more eyeballs you get towards you in that situation,
yeah, so
then
naturally
everything's more heightened, everything's more intense. The
Yeah,
good, the bad, the ugly.
that's the weird thing about this job, is that attention benefits you
Then
as
sometimes it
an
doesn't.
influencer and as a content creator. Like generally speaking, it benefits you, but the trade-off is not necessarily always worth it in terms of mental health. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, I'd rather just be happy and at peace.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not complaining, by the way.
Yeah, it's
This
not,
isn't a complaint. This is just
it's kind of like death by a thousand cuts. You just get slowly seeping into you over a long period of time. You know, like, you know,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
yeah. I'm just making
An observation.
an observation and just making it known, because obviously a lot of people don't
Yeah.
realize that. You know.
Yeah.
Having said that,
Yeah.
I'm not sad.
Yeah, you're definitely not sad.
Sadness is not the emotion, but it is an adjective that I have trouble finding, because it's definitely odd. It's not positive or negative. It should be positive. It should be happiness. But unfortunately, the emotion it's just a weird feeling.
And it's like a fog, right? Because you just, the fog of war.
It's
You
just kind of like a...
If you guys want to hear the full chismes and sobrang marites kayo, then you know what to do. Go to Spotify for the full episode. There is a full video portion for that now. So yeah, you can watch it if you're into watching it. If you want to listen, you know the drill. Superhuman, being human, because that's all we are.